especially under the pressure.
Yep.
What's his name? Lyles has proven that he can deal with this pressure.
Yep.
So I hope, listen, personally, for Jamaica, I hope Kishane wins because I like him personally. I think he's a breath of fresh air.
Mm,
I think he's quite gifted,
mm,
but I worry about his finishing. And if I'm being honest, I still think Noah Lyles, because he's been there and done it,
mm-hmm.
is the favorite. But I'm really rooting for Kishane to win. If I'm being honest.
Brother, you got all the talent in the world. You're beating man, and you're maintaining the gap that you create
Mm-hmm.
after 60 meters. But can you do it, or are you going to fall foul to the Mustafa syndrome? And it's just going to be you're just always going to be the nearly man and the guy that people remember as, oh yeah, he ran great at Diamond League and great in the Continental Tours. But when it came to the big stage, he froze, and it's something that lives with Mustafa for the rest of his life. Oblique don't want that. Third, I'm going Tina Clayton. I think she's going to get bronze.
Okay.
I think she's the best of the rest. Personally, I hope it's Shelly, but Tina can like passing the baton over. Like, I think Tina Clayton's going to get bronze. Silver
Second, Melissa Wooden.
second.
You gonna say Melissa, aren't you?
Second, my heart wants me to say Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, and I am going to go with my heart and say Melissa Jefferson-Wooden
Oh, well,
is
fair,
going to
fair.
be silver medal, and Juju is going to get the gold. My head.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knights of the Roundtable Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy ST in the building. How are you doing, sir?
I'm all good. I'm all good, man. If you are in London, where we are, lots of tube strikes, so a lot of traffic, a lot of hectic going on. But apart from that, I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
And it is what it is. People have the right to strike. So, what can
You
we
feel
say?
me? Mm,
We're not gonna go against people that have the right. Listen, I say to
mm,
people all the time, like, you can't
mm,
hate on people that strike. It's just unfair that you lot don't have the facilities to do so, or else you would do the same. But it is
mm.
what it is, man. It's one of them days. But people, look, listen. I told you it was gonna be a marathon this week. And it is, because it's not going to be one but two shows that we've got for you this week. Fortunately, we have had to cancel the third one. Logistics and all that just didn't work out, but it is what it is. But we're not going to leave out the two most important
Mhm.
events coming up this week. And today is part one, as we are looking at the Athletics World Championships 2025, which is taking place in Japan. ST and I are going to be going through everything that you want to know, the 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, etc., etc. We're going to be talking about the main contenders and how we see it unfolding in our predictions as well. And then tomorrow, you lot are getting boxing talk. ST will be back, our encyclopedia of boxing knowledge, and two will be back, our MMA combat sports connoisseur. They will be back as we preview Canelo versus Crawford and Inoue versus ST. You can say the other guy's name because I can't say it. I don't know how to say it.
Muradin. I don't know his second name. I
Yeah,
know,
that guy.
but he's
That
very
guy.
good though. He's
Yeah.
very good.
That guy. So, bro, like I said, people, two big episodes for you. And we're starting off with athletics talk. But as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. And I said all the time, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. People, you know what it is. You know this is ST and I's favorite poddy, bro. Like it's our favorite. We've been waiting for ages. It's been a long wait, ST. It's been a long season for the athletes. It's a long wait for us, but it is upon us. The Athletics World Championships in Tokyo, Japan starts this Saturday. Oh, I can't wait. I've been waiting for this for a long time, and I know ST has been waiting a long time as well. And listen, let's not beat around the bush. Let's not waste any time. We're gonna start off on the men's side. ST men's 100 meters. There's been a lot of talk, various YouTube channels, on social media about the men's 100 meters. Just to give people some context, Kishane Thompson's got the fastest time in the world right now, also set a PB of 9.75. Kenny Bednarek has got the second fastest time in the world, 9.79, which was also a PB for him. Oblique Seville has run 9.83 this season. Lyles run 9.90 this season. ST.
You forgot my boy Sammy new, bro.
Oh, I haven't forgotten.
I don't like this.
I haven't forgotten. I'm just talking about the main contenders.
He's the main contender.
We'll get to the dark horses. We'll get to the dark horses.
Main contender. I don't care, yeah. The fufu he's been eating, and I'm joking now. He's not the main contender. I'm being serious. No.
But ST, look. It's one of these ones where people are indecisive. I think that had this been Usain Bolt, there'd be no debate about who is going to win the title, the World Championships. But unfortunately, because of what transpired last year, everybody is in and ahhing of who they believe is the favorite and who they believe is going to win. People obviously last year was the Olympic 100-meter final, which Noah Lyles and Kishane Thompson went toe-to-toe, and Noah Lyles picked him on the line by like 1,000 for a second, or was it 2,000 for a second, something like that. Ran a PB of 9.79, and to this day, Jamaicans are still arguing that Kishane won it, but obviously he didn't when you take the bias out and you look at it like that. And we've come back to this year. This year, we've seen Kishane run more races, to be honest. He's run more races than we've seen him do in the past 2 years, right? His first race, I think he got beat by Simbine in his first race of the season. Then in the Jamaica trials, obviously ran that 9.75 to win. Then he competed in Hungary, won there. Then he ran in the Prefontaine Classic and won there as well. And we haven't seen him since. He was supposed to do another Diamond League race, but he pulled out. But ST, you and I have been both talking. We were talking in our early season show. We talked about the mid-season show, and we've both said Shane gets out the box well.
Mm-hmm.
When he transitions, he's probably the best in his transitioning from the drive phase and getting into his running upright and running. But the problem is the end of his races. And you and I both said, we were messaging each other when he ran in the Prefontaine Classic, and he looked ragged. He looked ragged in Hungary as well. He's the most talented, I would say, out of all of these guys. But ST, does he deserve the right to be the favorite, or is it somebody else?
If I'm being, you know what? In terms of most talented, yeah, I'm gonna put another name out because don't get me wrong, Kishane is very good. I'm gonna come back to Kishane. I think Seville is actually the most talented out of all of you.
Which was fair.
Out of talent, natural talent here. Kishane will probably be second talented, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he's the favorite. And I know you're going to go into this person, but I'll probably mention him now.
Mm-hmm.
It's because Kishane hasn't won a major title. But from what we saw and from the races that we saw, the name that I'm going to say is Noah Lyles keeps coming back and making it closer. And we know Noah Lyles is a bit in the sense like Usain Bolt, where they don't care if they win too much. They use their races to build up speed, to build up momentum. And worryingly, as you said, from 0 to 60, Kishane Thompson is very good.
Mhm.
But from, let's just say, that to the
Yeah,
finish
70 to
line,
from about 70 to 100 to the finish line.
100,
Yeah.
this is where Noah Lyles comes into his own.
Mm.
And Kishane is very ragged. He doesn't really, he doesn't keep form very well.
No, he doesn't.
And especially under the pressure,
Yep.
um, what's his name? Lyles has proven that he can deal with this pressure.
Yep.
So I hope, listen, personally, for Jamaica, I hope Kishane wins because I like him personally. I think he's a breath of fresh air.
Mm.
I think he's quite gifted,
Mm.
but I worry about his finishing. And if I'm being honest, I still think Noah Lyles, because he's been there and done it,
Mm-hmm.
is the favorite. But I'm really hoping, I'm really rooting for Kishane to win. If I'm being honest.
Listen, me and you both, bruv. As you know, listen, people, you know what it is. You know what it is already. You know what it is. But you summed it up there, and this is the thing. And I love the fact that you brought up his form because that's what you and I see. We see it. It gets ragged when he feels the pressure. We saw it in the Prefontaine Classic, where he got out, and you're just thinking, yeah, just time to pull away. And it's like Noah kept closing and closing and closing. And that's what happened in the Olympic final last year. He got out, came out the drive phase into his running. Brilliant. Noah closed and closed and closed as he tensed up and pipped him on the line. And people were not saying this as if Noah gets there and then runs past him because A, there's not enough track, but B, Noah hasn't got that to run past him and make it a 5 meter gap. But at the end of the day, whether it's 5 meters, whether it's a millimeter, the gold medal goes around his neck. And I don't have an issue with you saying Noah's the favorite because he's been there, he's done it. We know that Noah is clutch. He's clutch. Whether you like him or you hate him, he's clutch. We've seen it many a time. I think it was 2023 World Championships where no one thought he was going to win. And he came through and won. And you have to respect it. You have to respect it. And there is this situation, and that's where he got his respect about being a 100-meter runner when he won in 2023. And he did the treble when he did the treble in 2023. And obviously he's the defending world champion as well. So you put all these things together. Plus, obviously he was injured midway through the season. And I think because this season was so long, you get an injury midway helped. It doesn't help, but what it does is you had time to recover. Whereas the season was like last year, we'd be having a different conversation because he wouldn't have had enough time to come back and get there. But yeah, I don't have an issue with you having Noah Lyles as the favorite, defending world championship. We know what he does. He always shows up when it counts the most. He doesn't really care about losing because, as you say, he's building. We know Kishane, I think there's been tapes that have come out and stuff on social media that Kishane has been working on the final part of his race. You and I both said in the mid-season review that he needs to be doing 150s and 200s and working on that speed endurance and trying to work on dealing with that pressure and maintaining and holding form. But there's nothing like athletics 100-meter final blue ribbon event that you can't replicate that pressure, you can't replicate that atmosphere, and he's got to learn to deal with it. And I think the Olympic final last year would have helped because it was his first experience of something like that. And as you said, hopefully he can come through and do it. But we've got some other contenders, ST. It's not just these two. These two are the main contenders, but we've got some other contenders as well. And you mentioned one. You said he's the most talented, Oblique Seville. Now, here's the difference, ST, with when we've seen Noah versus Kishane and Oblique versus Noah. Because we've seen Oblique race Noah twice. He raced him at the Diamond League in London, and I can't remember which one the other one was, but it was in the rain. I remember it was in the rain. It could have been Diamond League in Poland.
I think it was Lausanne.
Was it Lausanne? Yeah.
Lausanne
yeah, Lausanne or Poland. The difference is, ST, when we see Oblique, it's flawless. And when Oblique gets out, he keeps going. Noah doesn't close that gap on Oblique.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why you and I have said that if Oblique can get it right,
it's a problem.
Minimum silver, because Noah ain't catching him.
Mm-hmm.
Noah ain't catching Oblique if Oblique can get it right. However, ST, we have seen over the past 4 years, Oblique has that Mustafa syndrome, right? He's got that Asafa syndrome, where when it comes to the finals, he doesn't turn up. And this is why people don't have him winning gold or silver, because he doesn't turn up. But when we look at it, 983 in the JO trials, that was after cramping. We saw him run, I think it was 986 in the rain.
Yes.
Yeah, 986, 987 in the rain and pulling away from
Yeah.
people. I think when he raced Noah, I think he ran 9.8 something as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, ST. So he can do it. But we used to say the same thing about Asafa. And then he get to the final and nothing happens. ST, have we seen a change in Oblique's mentality? Or is it just a case of this is same old? Because remember, ST, he beat Noah last year in Jamaica. And then obviously in the final, he didn't turn up. Have we seen a change in mentality from Oblique, or is this just the same old, and then he's not going to turn up in the final again?
I mean, I don't know. If I'm being honest, we could only know until we watch the trials. With Oblique, that's the thing with him. Like I told you before, he's probably overall the most talented runner. That guy does everything. When he does it correctly, he's a beautiful runner. Like,
yep,
form, cadence, everything. Probably not as fast as naturally as fast as Kishane, or have better finishing speed than Noah. But overall, as a runner, he's probably the most talented.
Yep.
It's about him mentally getting it right.
Yep.
If he's consistent and gets it right, I don't worry about him pulling up in the final. That's not the issue. It's just about the consistency. Oblique still runs like a young man. That's what he is. And to a similar extent, Kishane, they still run quite young, if I'm being honest. I'm hoping, from what I'm seeing this year, Oblique has been in decent form. I'm hoping that because he's now been through a couple of championships, the pressure won't really be on him, because everybody's going to be looking at Kishane, Noah, we're going to mention him after, Kenny, all these other guys. So Oblique can have a normal run at it. There won't be any pressure for him to perform. So I'm hoping that would help him and that he can push. But at the end of the day, we need to see, really. We don't know what Oblique... Yeah, go on.
Well, we're not going to know until the final, because we've seen Oblique run semi-finals and he's run.
Yes.
We need to see how Oblique deals with the rounds, but especially that's because we've seen Oblique kill the field in the semi-final and then not turn up in the final. It's just getting that mentality, and not everyone can do it, because ST, if Oblique gets it right, I'm not worried. I know that Noah has a PB is 979 is obviously quicker than Oblique Seville, but I can't see Noah running 9.7. I can't.
No.
And if Kishane runs like how he ran in Jamaica, Noah's not catching him.
Yeah.
Noah's not catching him, because Noah's never ran 9.75. So this is my point. I think if these two can get their race together, Noah's not catching them. But it's have they got the mentality? Because we know Noah has it. Kishane, it was his first championships, got the silver medal. He's tasted a medal now. So you don't really have anything. It's not about Kishane's mentality so much in terms of turning up. It's can you maintain form? But with Oblique, it's, brother, you got all the talent in the world. You're beating mans and you're maintaining the gap that you create after 60 meters. But can you do it? Or are you going to fall foul to the Mustafa syndrome? And it's just going to be, you're just always going to be the nearly man and the guy that people remember as, oh yeah, he ran great at Diamond League and great in the Continental Tours. But when it came to the big stage, he froze. And it's something that lives with Mustafa for the rest of his life. Oblique don't want that.
And that's the scariest thing with Asafa. Asafa's probably one of the most talented guys.
bro.
Diamond League consistently,
If
fantastic. Honestly, fantastic runner. He doesn't get as much credit as he deserves,
yeah,
but at the end of the day,
former world
he
record
didn't
holder as
win.
well.
Yeah, he didn't win the major titles, and
Exactly.
that's what it comes down.
I think the only individual gold he got was at the Commonwealth Games, and no one
Commonwealth
cares about
Games.
that.
Yeah.
No one cares about that. But Mustafa, people, if you want to see running form,
Perfect.
oh my
Him.
days, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
High
Mustafa,
knees, high knees, dry face, sensational,
getting out the ball,
sensational,
mate.
bro. It's annoying.
I'm
It's
telling you, bro. Listen, I was the Mustafa's biggest fan. Even when Bolt came, I wanted Asafa to beat him just because I loved Asafa so much. But bro, at the end of the day, it's down to people. That's what I'm saying.
mentality.
Talent doesn't get you. Mentality is a massive thing, and that's in any sport.
And that's the
Mentality.
crazy, and that's the craziest thing. You see now all these guys, back in the day, even Bolt,
Mm,
even Gatlin, these
mm,
guys, if you listen to them speak, they're like, Asafa was the guy that I was looking
yeah,
up.
yeah,
This is what it is, and
yeah.
for good reason. We grew up in the era where we were watching him, Asafa Powell come through.
Mm,
Like, honestly, if you want to teach your child how to run,
yeah.
because as good as Bolt is naturally is fast. His running form is nowhere near as
Mm. For the
polished
100, for
as
the 100,
for
200, he's got
100.
good form in the 200.
Yeah,
Mm,
for the 100.
mm.
A Safa for 100 meters, that is how you run a race in terms of perfect.
100%, bruv. That form is brilliant, bruv. But listen, Oblique's gonna have to try and get over that. Obviously, you
Yep.
mentioned another man in this quartet, Kenny B. Kenny B's had a very good season, especially in the 100 meters. Went unbeaten. He went unbeaten until the Prefontaine Classic in the 100.
Yes.
But obviously, early did the Grand Slam track, ended up running 975, 979, a PB for him. Been consistent. And obviously, this is his breakout season in terms of being taken seriously as a 100-meter runner. Because not everybody does. People still see him as a 200-meter specialist who just dabbles in the 100 meters. And I think he wants to prove people wrong and show people that, yeah, I'm here. I'm doubling up. I can do what Noah's done. What chances do you give Kenny B? Can he upset the apple cart? Especially because we said about Oblique and the whole mentality thing. Can Kenny Bednarek upset these guys and say, yeah, I'm going to definitely get a medal at this championships?
I think it's possible he can get a medal. I know he'd be frustrated with a silver or bronze with him. I think
Yeah,
he is looking to win gold,
yeah,
but you know what it is? Again, mentally as well, especially from the US trials, we know that we know that he's feeling the pressure from
mm-hmm,
pushing Noah and all this stuff like that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
People like Noah feed off on that. And I'm
Yeah,
sure Kishane and Oblique would have been watching. They would have been like, this guy, they probably would have considered him a contender. They're like, this is getting to him.
yeah,
So I worry about that mentally. And that's why I don't think I think Kenny's obviously in contention for a medal, of course,
mm-hmm.
but it's not the medal that he wants because I think personally, Noah, especially, is a mental block for him.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Whether he finishes first, and it's just like showing that is showing kind of weakness. I think Kashane and Oblique, there's not really a mental block with Noah because it's not that hatred for them as
Mm-hmm,
well.
mm-hmm,
They just run. To be fair, especially to Kashane, he just runs his race. He tries to run his race.
mm-hmm.
With Noah can get into the hell of Kenny, and I think that's why Kenny falls down and everything.
Yep.
And I do think he's not going to win the gold. I do see he can get a medal. He can get third place. He could get second, depending on the race.
Mm-hmm.
But it all depends on how he turns up. I think he's not gonna freeze as such.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's just a mental block, especially with Noah, where can I get past you? I can't get past you, and all these things like this. And if he's going to win that, he's gonna have to fight his demons, especially with Noah. He's gonna be near him, and yeah. But I'm not gonna predict now, but I predict he'll get a medal. That's what I would say. He
But
can get a medal.
which is fair. He can. I think Kenny B can. I think, as I said, I think he's been fairly consistent in the 100 meters and this season in the 200 as well. But what you brought up about Noah, I think more so for the 200, which we'll get into a little bit later on, is definitely going to be a problem. But Noah's a problem for him in general. And he's going to have to try and get over that if he wants to get the color medal that he wants to get. But I can't see him challenging for the gold. But I can agree with you that he can challenge for the medals. In terms of anybody else, obviously you got Courtney Lindsay's actually ran the second fastest time this season in 9:82, which he ran at the US trials. It will take a lot for none of the four that we mentioned to not get a medal, and for Courtney Lindsay. But you never know. You never know. Especially, I think Courtney's more of a 200-meter runner, even though I don't think he qualified for the 200 meters for the USA. Obviously, you got Simbine, who started the season brilliantly, but then has fallen off, and he's just
which he usually does.
Yeah, which he normally does. He's ran 9:90 this season, which it's not going to be enough. But Simbine's on for a shout. Listen, he's always there or thereabouts, always making the finals.
And I'm hoping I like him as well personally. I do like him.
Yeah, you got Zarnell Hughes, obviously. I think he ran 9:91. He's run 9:91 this season. Again, I think, did he get bronze at the World? I think he might have got bronze at the World Championships.
He got bronze at the World.
Yeah. So listen, he knows how to turn up for the big occasion. Don't really see him doing much. But if he can make the final, that'd be good. And I'll let you talk about your boy now, bro. I'll let you talk about, because listen, Ghana haven't had since Aziz Sha'carri, bro. The GOAT, Aziz Sha'carri.
No, you know what? We have two.
Haven't had much to shout about, but listen, go for it, bro. Tell us about your guys, bro.
So he trains in America. His name is Rashid Saminu. So he's recently broken the Ghanaian record twice. So Benjamin Zanti as well, shout him out. Honorable mention. He's run 9:90. So for Ghanaians, we don't usually run that long. We can't run. We just eat a lot of banku and just and just chill on the porch. But for a lot of Ghanaian athletes are going to the America now. So he trains in America. He's broken our record twice. So originally his first record was 9:86.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so which he did that in America. Then about 2 weeks after, he does 9:84. So he's run 9:84 this season. And he's been good. With him, again, it's consistency. I worry because there are some races he does fantastically well. And then in the NCCAs, he went out in the semi-finals.
Okay.
For inconsistency. But on the track and stuff like that, he's been one of the more consistent runners. But
how old is he?
That's a good question. He's quite young.
Okay.
He's not. He can't be no more than 22, 23.
Yeah, so he's got time. He's learning.
He's got a lot of time. He's learning. But the raw speed is there. And for me, I hope he gets to the. For me, if I'm being honest, I want him to get to the final, and we go from there. That's my goal for him, because as much as I'm gassing him up and saying, 9:84 is a fantastic time, we need to see how he does it in conditions like this. However, he might thrive because Tokyo is going to be pretty warm at that time, and he runs in warm weather. And I'm hoping he will get to the final, and then we see where he goes from there. Because if he's able to produce the form that he's been running this season, he could be in the shout. He could be an outside chance of having the medal.
Listen,
outside part. Yeah.
If you run 9:84, that's like the sixth, seventh fastest time this season.
9:84 and 9:86. So that's two.
Exactly. That's consistent 9.8s, bro. Like if he can make the final and he can produce that, listen, he could be in for a shout, bro. Definitely. But ST is that time, bro. It's that time, bro. Who's your bronze? Who's your silver? Who's your gold? Time to put that money up, bro. What are you telling me?
Bronze, Kenny Bednarek. Silver, I'm gonna be patriotic. Ah, fuck it. Noah Lyles, gold medal Kishane. Oblique just misses out because I'm still not sure about Oblique.
Listen, that is a very logical um, list. I can't say anything against it. Uh, and unfortunately, this is the problem with Oblique because of what he's done in the last 3-4 years, where he's choked in the finals. So I can't go against that list. A lot of people will have Noah winning because obviously the whole
That's fair.
closing the gap on Kishane and whatnot. I can't hate at that either. And he's the defending world champion, so I can't hate on that. But for me, I'm going. Nah, I'm doing it, bro. I don't care, bro. Listen,
Go on.
my people, them easy. I'm going Noah getting bronze.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
I'm going Noah getting bronze. I'm going Oblique getting silver. And I'm
No,
going
and
Kishane
Kishane
getting the gold. Kishane's going to get the gold running 9.77. Oblique is going to run
988.
9.79. I don't think he's going to
Okay.
run 9.79. And I think Noah will come in running like 9.80. So it'll be close. It'll be
Yeah, it
close,
will be close.
but that's what I'm going with. I'm backing my people. Them, yeah, I'm backing my people. Them and saying, yeah. Listen, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Gold and silver is coming back to the yard.
I hope
I'm
you're
telling
right.
you, I hope I'm right as well. Let's see. Let's just move on to. I think this one's easier. But it's what order we're gonna go in terms of the three, because in the men's 200 meters, this is where Noah Lyles obviously thrives. He hasn't been beaten this season. If I think I don't think he has been beaten this season. Obviously, he's run the fastest time this year. 19.63. He ran that at the US trials, obviously, where that infamous incident happened with Kenny B. Do we see like Noah's I think we can both agree Noah's a favorite. Obviously the way how he's run, obviously beat Kenny B at the US trials, and the two times that he's raced Taboho, he's beaten him. So it's looking like Noah is the favorite, and he has a good chance of defending that crown. Obviously, we talked about Kenny B saying that Noah's in his head, and I think he is, and I think that's why Kenny B isn't going to beat Noah. But we got to talk about Taboho, bro, because it's been weird. Obviously, he won the Olympic 200-meter crown last year. Obviously, we know that he doesn't like Noah very much either, but has lost to him twice this year. Has started the season off well, but
He
then
was
there was
injured.
talk that he's got some form of injury. He's
Slight
come
injury.
back.
Yeah.
However, what I will say is this, ST, about Taboho. As much as people are concerned about him and how he's doing, it's not like Noah has beaten him by 3-4 meters.
It's very
Noah
close.
it's been close both times. So in terms of Taboho, how are you seeing him? Do you think the injuries playing a part in this? Do you think he's just conserving energy for the World Championships? Because obviously he is in the 100 as well, but
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't see him featuring in the 100.
No.
Or do you think it's a case of Noah is in his head too after what Taboho said after the 200-meter Olympic final?
I do think he is in a little bit. I'll be honest. As much as I rate Topogo, I think it's not as bad as Kenny
Mm,
because obviously Topogo is one, and I think Topogo is a different sort of character to Kenny. I think Topogo mentally is a bit tougher than Kenny, if I'm being honest.
yeah.
But I worry about Topogo. He mentions Noah a lot. Everybody mentions Noah, but especially them two. And I worry that Topogo, it might get into his head. In terms of actual speed, I'm not so worried about Tobogo at the moment because he looks like he's come off the injury now. He looks like he's running well enough.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I'm just hoping like he translates that into the to the races. I do think that Lyles is the favorite, definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm just hoping that Tobago can pull up his consistency because he's been consistent towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
He became second to Noah in the last race, and it was very
Mm-hmm.
close.
Mm-hmm.
And both look like they're getting back up to speed. So I'm excited for that race.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's all I
the
can
thing,
say, really.
hmm? the,
No, keep
pro-
going, keep going. Yeah.
the problem for both Taboho and Kenny B is that both of these guys get ahead of Noah off the curve. 150 meters, they're still ahead of Noah. Noah runs them down. And he did it to both of them. He did it to Kenny B at the US trials, and he's done it to Taboho twice in Diamond League events. And that's the problem. That's the problem that everyone has with Noah, is the fact that he keeps running them down. And it's how it, and that's pressure, trying to hold form, and no one seems to do it better than Noah Lyles, and that's something that Kenny B and Taboho just got to deal with. If obviously Taboho's no slouch, bro. He ran it what
No,
19.43 was it?
4.6, 4.6, I think.
4.6
Yeah,
in the Olympics last year to win it. So, bro, he's no slouch, bro. He knows how to do this. He knows how to get the job done, and obviously he'll want to win. He'll want to back up his Olympic gold medal with the World Championship gold medal. But both of these guys got to deal with it, because for them to beat Noah, especially in the 200, it's going to take them to be 100%, and that might not even be enough. Honorable mention for my Don Brian Lavelle, bruv, who's had a breakout year this
yes,
year, bruv.
he ran well. What was it,
Right,
9.6?
1969.
9 or something like that. Yeah, he's done.
1969. So he's run the third fastest time this year in the 200 meters. Having a fabulous, I think in the 100, he's run, I think the 100, he's run faster than Noah. I think he's run 9.86 or something like that in the
Yeah,
100. So he's having a fabulous year. Unfortunately, the problem with Brian Lavelle is that he hasn't really raced any of the top contenders, and
no,
he's
he hasn't.
lost to some of the guys that aren't top contenders. So it's getting that consistency. It's going to be his first time where people are going to know who he is, because I think he was at the Olympics last year, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a breakout year for him. We see how it goes. Hopefully, he makes the final. If he makes the final and can produce that 19.69,
He's
might
in the
not get.
chance of getting a medal.
He'll be in the chance of getting a medal, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, ST, talk to me. 200. What are you telling me? How do you see it? Bronze to gold.
Listen, you know what? Usually I'd say third Bednarek, second to Boho, first Lyles, but no, forget. You know what? I'm with my Wakanda brother today. I don't care. We're being patriotic. I'm being patriotic today. Third Kenny, second Lyles, first Tobago. Come on, listen. Listen, bring it back to Africa again. Make him cry again. Make him
Uh,
blame it on COVID again. Listen, I can't stand him. I want it. I want the pain. You see the way Lyles was suffering and stuff, and they were cooking him. I want it again. Tobago.
Nah, I hear it, bro. I hear it. Listen, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But I'm trying to have a sense of realism. I think what I said in the 100 could actually happen. But in the two, all right, third place, I'm gonna go Kenny Bednarek. So I agree with you on that. Second, though, I'm gonna go to Boho. I just don't think he's got it to beat Noah. And I think
Which is fair.
Noah will defend this crown. As much as I don't want it to happen, I think that is what's going to happen. I think Noah getting Kenny's head too much. Taboho
Mm-hmm.
would be the one that challenges Noah. I think Noah's probably going to win it in about 19.4. I think
Yeah,
Taboho will run 19.
19.5.
No, I'd say 19.6. And
I'd
then I
say
think
5.
Kenny will run 19.6.
I think,
So I
yeah.
see Samoa running like 19.61. Kenny running like 19.68, 69, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm hoping that my guy Brian Lavelle could sneak and get a bronze or something. I'm hoping that he can, but I think those three are going to be the three. But I think being logical, I think that's the that's the
I'm picturing no. That was my logical one. That you
yeah.
know what? To
But
be
I don't
fair,
listen.
I was
I'm hoping you're right. Actually, I'm not hoping.
yeah.
I'm hoping you're right in terms of Toboho, but I'm hoping my guy Brian Lavelle could take the bronze
First,
medal away from Kenny B. But yeah, listen, it's gonna be that one's intriguing because I think deep down people know Noah's got that on lock, but people are just hoping for what happened last year with Toboho that it happens again, and I'm here for it, bro. Men's 400. I don't. I, I'm not even going to ask for a prediction, but I, I think it's between two guys. Sha'carri Patterson, who has been the most consistent this year, run a PP of 43.8. Shit. 43.88. I think it was. I'd have to double
yeah.
check that. But he ran that in the Zurich Diamond League final, so that was like 2 weeks ago. He's been beaten. I think he's beaten everyone. I think he's even beaten the other guy that is the contender in Matthew Hudson-Smith. I think they've both beat each other. I think Hudson-Smith beat him earlier in the year, and then Sha'carri Patterson won the last time they raced.
Matthew Hudson's been injured
Yeah, he's been
a little
injured as
bit,
well. So he's
and
been
he's been a little bit injured, but I think he recovered. But he said like he wants to rest him up because with Matthew, he's a bit different. He's one of them guys, yeah, who doesn't who tends not to run many races, but he doesn't need to. He's the one
Yeah.
who has a lot of natural speed and he can pull it through. Yeah, Corey Patterson has been very good, very consistent. The 400 meters is quite open.
I think when you take those, because obviously you got Jaheim Richards as well, Trinity guy,
Bailey.
Chris Bailey as well,
Yeah.
who's been running
And then
well.
some Africans, Mayonga, Musonga, whoever his name is
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Zambia.
He got bronze last year, innit?
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the
yeah.
Olympics. Yeah.
I
Because
haven't
obviously
seen
there's no Quincy Hall.
Karani.
There's
No,
no Quincy
no.
Hall. Yeah.
Yeah, so
There's no Quincy Hall. Karani James is there, but I genuinely don't think. Yeah, I think his time's up. But he'll probably make the final. But I just don't think that he'll be there for the medals. Because I think that if you think about it, Hudson Smith has been a nearly man for the past 2-3 years. So you think last year everyone thought he won it, and then Quincy Hall came out of nowhere. I did feel for him a little bit in that one
I do
because
feel for him.
Quincy Hall came from nowhere. I think he was so focused on Kirani James, on who I think was on his left, that Quincy Hall just came from absolutely nowhere, bruv.
It was
And I think by the
ridiculous.
time he realised, Hall was already on his shoulder and there was nothing he could do. He had nothing left.
No, I feel sorry for Matthew Hudson-Smith. The races that he's done, even the one where Watson, I think your boy,
That one was his fault because Watson should have never beat him. Because Watson didn't come from far behind. Watson was there with him, but Hudson-Smith just had nothing left. And don't get me wrong, I was delighted about it because Watson, my brother. But I think that one in 2023, he should have definitely won. I think he underestimated Watson. But last year, that Paris one, because I think, Paris, he ran a PB. Did he run a? I think he ran a PB
yeah,
for
bro,
that silver. So I can't go in on him too much.
bro.
And I said Quincy Hall came from nowhere, bro. Nowhere, bro, and won that race.
Those 2 times, remember, Quincy Hall won the 4th fastest time ever. Matthew Hudson-Smith was 5th or 6th, joint with Jeremy Warner, 43.4 something. That you can't say a man bottled that.
I think that 2023 one. I think he should have won it. I think he should have done better, but definitely last year.
I'm talking about the Quincy Hall one.
I won that, bro. Like, nah, he ran a PB. Like, I reckon had Quincy Hall been with him, I reckon he would have been able to judge his race better. But I genuinely believe he thought. I've seen of Karani, even though Karani James, I think Karani James ended up coming fourth in the end. But I think that he thought, yep, I've seen this guy off.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Quincy Hall comes, and I think by the time he realised, he's like, I've got nothing else to give. And ran a PB, so that one's going to be interesting. I got Sha'carri winning it personally. I think Matthew Hudson-Smith's going to come second. I don't know if you
as well.
Yeah,
I do as well, and I do feel sorry for him, but at the same time, it's just that Matthew Hudson-Smith hasn't been running as consistently as much as Sha'carri Patterson. Not like last year, like when he did it, and I'm a bit worried. Like for me personally, I like Matthew Hudson-Smith. That's one of the few British athletes I like. Yeah. I would like to see him win it. I would.
I can't say I would like to see him win it, but I respect if he wins it because he does deserve it for the consistency and what he's been doing in the 400. Quickly, ST,
we'll see.
100-meter hurdles. Can Grant Holloway do it again? Because he hasn't been consistent. He's been dealing with a lot. No? Yeah, neither do I. I don't think either.
Cordell Tinch is the one.
Cordell Tinch is the one. And with that Japanese that Japanese
he ran 9.
What's his name?
9-2 as well.
Moritake.
He's good.
He's good. And I think being on home soil, I think he'll definitely have a chance. Shout out my guy Broadbell. I think he could be into contention for a bronze medal. But I think those two, don't be wrong, Grant Holloway knows how to perform at the championships. I'll give him that. And I won't say that he's not going to be in the mix. But I just can't. I just can't see him winning the gold medal. But yeah, let's leave the men's ones there. We've been nearly going for an hour, and that's just on the men's, bruv. Crazy, people, man. Crazy.
But I think the women's is going to be. Hey, listen, the women's one. Hey, I can't even lie. I'm excited to talk about this even more because, boy,
the women's. Listen, the women's. Let's start off 100 meters. There's only one place to start. She's been the one that's been consistent all season, been undefeated this season. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. It's crazy, ST, because I think if you look at her 2 years ago, I think her PB was like 11.21 or something like that. 2 years ago, not last year, 2 years ago. And then at the Olympics last year, she got bronze. And I think that gave her the taste of what she can do. And bro, this season, she's been unstoppable, bruv. Ran 10.65 this season. She ran it at the US trials in the final. Crazy personal best. I think she ran 10.6 again in one of the Diamond League events. Ran 10.7 in another Diamond League event.
Consistent 10.7s.
Because she's just been doing consistent, bro. She's just been so consistent, bro. And listen, look, I have to give credit where credit is due because I never expected her to be able to do this. And she has done. She's knuckled down, applied herself, and she has been the best. And you cannot dispute that. However, ST, it's the same thing that I've been saying to you all season. She's been to major championships, so she knows how it works. She got a bronze last season in the Olympics. But ST, we all know when all eyes are on you, the pressure is different, right? We've seen a couple athletes who will be mentioned that have dealt with it really well and consistently. Some athletes can't deal with it. She deserves to be the favorite. There's no doubt about that. But from your perspective, ST, can she do it? Can she win her first senior gold medal?
Mentally, I think she's fine. I watched that last year. I remember her running the race. She didn't look like she tired up. I just don't think she had enough speed in comparison to the other girls that won the race.
Mm.
But I think mentally she's so, if you know what it is with her, mentally she's so cool.
Mm.
Like for example, when you see like other people race, like we mentioned Kishane at the moment, so we know that yeah. But with her, she's talented and the consistency is frightening. And
Yeah.
she looks calm. She looks settled. She's not too high, she's not too low. Like a lot of Americans, they either high or they got a lot of energy and stuff like that. She's really consistent and she keeps producing faster times and she looks like she can get faster. And that's the scariest thing. I think she's a favorite. I know we're gonna talk about another person, but
Mm-hmm.
I do think she's a favorite. I'm not gonna say strong favorite. She's a favorite because I know there's other athlete that we're gonna mention, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for me, favorite.
Listen, I don't. As I said, don't dispute it at all. She has been brilliant this season, and it's very difficult to say that she will not win the gold medal. But, there is someone else, a woman that is the Olympic champion at 100 meters, Julien Alfred. Now, ST, this is why I question because the pressure and the bright lights and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Juju isn't going anywhere. Now, Julian Alfred's been consistent. I know she had a little niggle. She had a little niggle end of July, beginning of August. Um, but she came back and she has been running well since she's come back. And obviously, she's ran 10.75 this season. I think she actually ran that when the only time they've raced Jefferson-Wooden and Alfred. The only time they've no, that's a lie. She ran the 10.75 in the Stockholm Diamond League. But the only time they've raced ST, obviously Jefferson-Wooden picked her on the line. I think it was in the Prefontaine Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Jefferson-Wooden picked her on the line. But we know Alfred can deliver on the big stage. Is I'm trying to think of how to word this. Is she the one that can stop this Jefferson-Wooden party that's going on right now? And if so, how does she do it?
From what phew. Yeah, she's the one that I would say is the
Yeah.
definitely the closest
Mm.
channel. That's why I'm saying it's not as clear cut. What Alfred needs to do, Julian, she needs to put pressure on Melissa, stay with her in the first 60 because Melissa's 60 is
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. And
And and I
but ST, sorry to cut you off. That's not
no,
actually where the race was won. Because if you watch that race that they had, Alfred actually catches her, but then Jefferson-Wooden manages to just
exit.
hold form. And
Yeah.
that race was won on her holding form and Alfred overstriding, trying to get past her. That
But
was the
that's
difference. But I completely the thing is, ST, if Alfred stays with her, if Alfred is with her in that 60 meters, Alfred beats her. But I don't think Alfred can. So what's going
that's
to
what I'm
happen
saying.
is that Alfred, which is what you would expect Jefferson-Wooden to get out and then maintain, but you would
Mm,
expect Alfred being the 200-meter runner
to
to
go
be
through.
able to do what Noah does to the 100 meters. But obviously, we know how good Jefferson-Wooden's 200 meters been, which is why she's able to maintain. So when you put all these elements together, ST, it's crazy because Jefferson-Wooden is a favorite because of the consistency, but we can make a case that Juju could win the 100 meters as well, even if Jefferson-Wooden is running well. Now, don't get me wrong. If Jefferson-Wooden runs 10.6, Alfred's never done that, so she'd have to do something that she's never done before because her PB is 10.72, which she ran in the Olympic final last year. But it's interesting because I don't think it's as clear cut as people think it is.
It's not as clear cut. However, what I will say is, and this is the reason why, for me, Jefferson-Wooden is the favorite. You mentioned Julien Alfred overstriding in the race where they had to. Melissa Jefferson kept her form. Those are the little things I'm seeing. I'm thinking under pressure, how are you going to keep your form? Melissa Jefferson-Wooden kept her form. That's why I said, yeah, okay, you're legit. Because if she had not even lost that race, but if she had like let her form go, I'd have been like, Julien Alfred has done this before. But even Julien, you can tell, she's feeling the pressure. But she's an honorary Jamaican as well. She used to study.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. That's why we wanted her to win. That's why I wanted to win because that's why I wanted to win, bro. But listen, there's some other contenders here. Breakout season for Tina Clayton. Ran 10.81 at the Jamaica trials. I've got those two, Jefferson-Wooden and Alfred, is gold and silver, which all the people you'll know. But then I think, and then it's everyone else after. So I think all these people are fighting for the bronze positions, and I think Tina Clayton has a chance. She's been running well. Felt bad for Tia, man, because I personally think had Tia not got injured in the World Champs, she would be going. And I think she's actually the one that can handle this pressure better.
I think she's the more talented.
Yeah. She proved that in when she ran in the she ran 100 meters against. She came second to Julien Alfred.
Yeah.
She ran 10.82. She ran a PB 10.82 in one of the Diamond League meets. So definitely, I feel bad for her. But Tina Clayton, I think, definitely got a shout. Kayla White for the USA, she ran 10.84 this season. Haven't really paid much attention to her. I'm just going based off her PB. She finished second in the US trials as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how she tears out. One or two YouTube channels got her finishing in the bronze position. I personally don't think so. But ST is sad. It's sad because, well, for me personally, that we're not actually talking about the two Jamaicans, the big names. Sharika, I don't think gets in this. I know she's ran 10.88 this season, but I just don't. Me personally, I think Sharika shouldn't even do the 100. I think she should focus on the two, but she's gonna do it. I don't think she's gonna feature. I'll be surprised if she does. I think she makes the final, but I don't think. Yeah, it's just been the season's just been too inconsistent, especially obviously losing to Maria Jose Tarlu Smith a few weeks ago, and then obviously the woman in my background, the legend that is Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the GOAT of female sprinting. Obviously, this is her last championships ever. This is tour that she's been on. She hasn't raced that frequently, and the pocket rocket we haven't seen even last year in the Olympics. I think and this is why I'm reserving judgment to the World Championships, but even last year in the Olympics we didn't really see her run that well, but it wasn't like this. But when it came to that, we saw in the first round how good she looked, and then obviously the fuckeries happened for the semi-final, and then she didn't do it. But I think that, listen, she's not going to go down without a fight. No. She's not going to go down without a fight. She wouldn't be turning up to these championships if she didn't believe that she could make the final and even medal. That's the competitor that she is. And obviously, like, the World Championships is her baby. I think she's been a world champion like 5 times or something like that. I think she's been the only person, male or female, to ever do that. And bro, I am hoping as her last championships, I'm just hoping that she makes the final. I'm hoping that she makes the final and she's in it, and then we'll see what happens, because I think it'll be a sad situation if we don't see her in the final in her last World Championships. but I don't expect her to medal personally.
Neither do I.
And then we've got the elephant in the room. Sha'carri Richardson, defending world champion. Bro, I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of media outlets trying to say that this girl's somehow gonna go from 11:05, which is her season's best this season, to then challenge for medals. Yeah, I can't see it. The woman has ran the 60th fastest time this year. She hasn't broken 11 seconds, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is she even in the conversation? But she's in the conversation because she's defending world champion. And obviously, we know what she can do. But we know what Shelly-Ann can do. We know what Sharika can do. But it doesn't mean that they're going to do it, bro. Me personally, I don't have her. I'll be surprised if she makes the final. I said it. I'll be surprised if she makes the final. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think she makes the final even, bro. She may do just on a fastest loser thing. But that's why
Yeah.
Because maybe she might get under 10. I reckon she'll get under 11 seconds eventually.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But she's been too inconsistent. She's had too much stuff outside of athletics. She's been injured for a little bit as well. All these things, she's not going to feature. As I said, I don't think she's going to feature. I don't think Shelly's going to feature. I don't think Sharika's going to feature. I hope I'm wrong about Shelly.
So am I. So do I. I really do.
But I don't see it, if I'm being honest.
I know the Jamaicans are probably thinking, you traitor, but I got to be realistic. I got to be balanced. It's not everyday bias. Do you know what I mean? It's not everyday bias. But ST, prediction time, bruv. Talk to me. Bronze to gold, bruv. What are you saying?
I'm trying to think of who's going to get bronze. That's where I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah, bro, because me personally, I think it's anyone's game to get bronze.
Yeah. Oh, bronze.
Which is another reason why I think people are trying to put Sha'carri in, because it's anyone's.
I don't see her getting bronze.
Nah.
Any one of the three that I'd see get bronze, I'm gonna say. Oh God, I don't see.
Don't forget Tarly Smith, Dina Asher Smith as well.
No, I don't see those two getting it. You know what? Tarly bronze. I hope she is. I don't think so, but because I can't, like, hopefully again for French Ghana, we say French Ghana.
French Ghana, bro. No doubt.
We bring it back.
We are Ivorian through and through, bro. We are.
Yeah, no, but we're same account people. French Ghana. I don't care. they're part of us. Second, I see Julien Alfred, and I think Melissa gets her first title. I think mentally she's very good, bro. I can't lie. I mean, we could be wrong, but from what I've seen, I rate her mentality. Mentally, she hasn't crumbled, and I think she's in a very settled place.
Nah, 100. I hear you. There's nothing wrong with that list. Third, I'm going Tina Clayton. I think she's going to get bronze. I think she's the best of the rest, personally. I hope it's Shelly, but Tina can, like, passing the baton over. Like, I think Tina Clayton's going to get bronze. Silver, second.
You want to say Melissa?
Second. My heart wants me to say Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, and I am going to go with my heart and say Melissa Jefferson-Wooden is going to be silver medal, and Juju is going to get the gold. My head says that Melissa. I agree with you. My head says, logic says, Juju second, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden first. But I'm going with my heart. My heart says Jefferson-Wooden doesn't crumble under the pressure, but the lights just get a little bit too bright, and Juju pips are on the line for the 100. But ST, I will 100% agree with you. I think that your first and second definitely is probably what the outcome will be. But listen, it's athletics. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. In terms of the 200 ST, here's where, for me, I have more confidence, and it changes because these two haven't raced each other in the 200 meters. But Julien Alfred's got the fastest time this year, 21.71. She won that
Yeah,
at
she's
the
the
London Diamond League. But Jefferson-Wooden's run 21.84 PB. Which Julian's 21.71 is a PB as well. Sorry,
yeah.
at the US, but Jefferson-Wooden ran that at the US Charles, and I think ST for me. I think can we agree those two again with no Gabby Thomas, who's unfortunately had to pull out due to injury, and Sharika not being the Sharika that we know, because if it was a Sharika that we know, we're having a completely different conversation. But I think we can agree that those two are the top two
Favorites, yeah.
again in terms of favorites. I just want to say, but in terms of Sharika, obviously she's the defending world champion for this. I think she ran 20 season best is 22.17, which is ridiculous because her PB is 21.4. Like it's crazy to think that friggin' hell, like the drastic change. And I think people think that Sharika, because she hasn't been on the scene so long, they think she's younger than what she is, and she isn't. And I think from last year we could see that her body still isn't responding. Like, bro, we know how it feels, bro. Where in your mind, mentally, you know you're rolling back the years, you're going back to your prime years and thinking, yeah, I can still do this. But your body's like, nope, we
Yeah,
ain't we ain't doing this. And it's a shame because it was only 2 years ago, and it seems like this injury, she still hasn't fully recovered from it yet. Go on.
yeah. And the issue is, yeah, I was gonna say the issue is as well. That's Sharika at her prime. People think, yeah, as you know, it is as good as Sharika has been and Shelly-Ann.
Mm,
They're not in their prime anymore. I think
yeah,
Sharika's on the decline.
on the decline. Yeah, yeah,
And you can see that speed endurance is not there.
yeah.
It's not there like it used to because in theory, in layman's terms, Sharika is the perfect female 200 meters runner. Her
Mm,
and Miller Weibo. Well, obviously
yeah,
Miller Weibo is not
yeah.
there at the
400. Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
But those two are the perfect like build and everything. Even Gabby Thomas, perfect build, perfect run. But at the same time, when injuries happen, it's kind of messed up Sharika.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think she has the speed at the moment.
Nah, bro, she just like when I watch her run, I'm just like, she's not
Where's that
moving.
burst?
She's not
Yeah,
moving. There's no cadence. There's no speed.
no.
There's just nothing there, and it seems like every stride is a battle. Every stride is a battle for her, whether it's the 100 or the 200 meters. She just hasn't got it, and it's unfortunate. Because we know what she can do. But I think you're right. She could be in. She looks like she's in the decline, and it's a shame because just 2 years ago we were talking about her going for Flojo's 200-meter record, and now we're looking at her and thinking, is she going to make the 200-meter final? It's crazy how
Hmm.
quickly things can change people in the sport of athletics. But yeah, a couple of other names for you, ST. Favor of Philly, obviously Nigerian sprinter. She's now running for Turkey. She'll be running for
No, but I
Turkey.
don't think she's in. I don't think she's quite in.
Oh, she's
I
not.
think no. What they said is, I think she put a statement out saying that because of everything, she hasn't chosen. She can't because she can't actually run in the Olympics. Sorry, not the so the next current world championships because of
Oh,
her citizenship. That's what I think. She's
okay.
she sent a message. So I don't think she'll be able to run.
Oh,
I think her
oh,
season's done. Yeah,
that's a shame. That's a shame. Oh,
that's a
oh,
shame because she's
oh.
talented.
Yeah, she is. Okay. Uh, Brittany Brown.
That's
Everyone's
the one I
talking
was
about
thinking.
Brittany Brown. STI. Look, first of all, her form is horrible. Her running
Yeah,
style
yeah,
is
yeah,
horrible,
yeah, yeah.
but she gets the job done. But I just don't see. Like, look, she won the Diamond League final, which gave her the wild card into the World Championships, which she then didn't need because obviously Gabby Thomas pulled out with
Yeah.
injury. Um, she'll be in the final. I don't see her challenging the top two. Obviously, it's a battle for bronze from her. But that's everyone's favorite for the bronze medal. Do you
That's my
concur?
favorite for the bronze.
Fair.
That's my
Fair.
favorite for the bronze because I was literally gonna mention it to her because as bad as her form is, one thing about Brittany, whether you think her form is rubbish or not, because I don't think her form is great, she performs.
Yeah. Which is fair. Which is fair. Listen, I don't dispute that. She's there or thereabouts, and she does give people a good race. So she's a contender. And then you got Dina Asher Smith and Amy Hunt, who have run the 10th fastest times respectively this season. Amy Hunt's had a breakout year. In terms of she pushed Dina all the way to the line in
It
the
was a good
in
race.
the British Championships. I think that was her PB, that 22.14.
Yeah,
So she's had a good year.
and she's
Dina's
young.
been consistent. Dina's been
Yeah,
consistent. Still hasn't hit what she was when she won the world title, but she's been consistent. I'll give her that. So I think they'll definitely be contenders for the bronze as well. But ST prediction time. What are you telling me?
this is a bit more. I think it's easier then. I'm gonna say third place. I'm going to say Brittany Brown,
Mhm.
and second I'll actually say, oof, yeah,
Yeah,
Melissa,
yeah.
and then first I would say Julien Alfred, but you can still swap the two if I'm being honest.
I,
Like
I don't think so in the 200. I
third,
genuinely don't think so in the 200. I think in the 100 there's argument that you could swap both, but Jefferson wouldn't be in the favorite. Something would have to go wrong for Juju to lose this 200-meter final. I just think with her background in the 400 and the way how and she'll power through, and I just don't think that Jefferson-Wooden is ready yet to be able to go with her. But you never know. If Jefferson-Wooden can win the 100 meters, that gold medal bounce into the 200, she'll be hyped. She'll be positive. You never know. So we'll see. My third, I'm giving it to Sharika. I think Sharika will pull up and get third.
I hope so.
She's beaten Brittany Brown in the last race. I think that Brittany Brown and her were in. I think it was yeah. I can't remember which one it was. Could have been Hungary or something like that. I can't remember. But I think Sharika will get bronze. Um, and then I agree with you. I think Jefferson Wooden, the silver, and then Juju getting the gold medal. It's unfortunate, even though she wasn't really in form, Gabby Thomas. But it would have been nice to see how she got on. But I think the injuries were just too much for her. But yeah, ST. Women's 100-meter hurdles, bruv. This one's a little bit interesting.
Oh, this is good.
This is a bit interesting, bruv, because listen, with hurdles, we know anything can happen. You can be the favorite,
Thing
but
can drop.
unfortunately, you clip a hurdle, everything changes. We've seen it so many times, but um, we know Masai is the favorite. Um, she's been running really well. She's running consistently.
You've got
Um,
Amasan.
yeah, Toby Amasan, who's been consistent as well. Grace
You got your
Stark.
girl. You've got your girl.
Oh,
Sarah
Keelan,
Nugent.
yeah,
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 she's been running really well.
yeah. But Masai, that 12.17 ran at the US trials
Yeah.
to win it, bro. She's clear. Grace
And
Stark,
she's the Olympic champion as well.
yeah,
Great start as well.
Grace Stark as well. But bro, hurdles, we know anybody can do
Yeah.
anything when it comes to hurdles. But like in terms of your predictions, bro, what are you telling me?
So third place, I'm gonna go with Akira Nugent.
Mm-hmm.
She's been very consistent this year.
Yeah, she's
Uh,
ran 12:30 this year.
yeah. Second place, Grace Stark, because I've seen a lot of her, and Masai first. I think Masai will add to her Olympic gold medal. Very, very competent runner, and she's got probably the fastest speed up. Yeah, that's why I'm not. You'll be surprised. I didn't mention Amusan. Some people would have thought I mentioned Amusan, but she's been inconsistent this year. So
No, it's fair, bro. Listen, like, yeah, she has a little bit. Obviously, she's the world record holder, but she isn't at that form this season. Um, For me,
What
I
have you
agree
got?
with you. I think Akina Nugent will get third place. I think she'll get the bronze. Second, I'm actually giving it to Amisan. I think she'll
Fairs.
turn up. I think she'll turn up at the world champs. Um, and then obviously Masai coming first. I don't see
And
anyone
obviously,
anyone
you've
beating
got
her.
Kambunji as well,
Yeah,
running really fast times. You've
yeah.
got a
You've
couple
got
of
what's her
the
name? Is it Nikki Claver as well, or is that 400-meter hurdles?
Lika Carver. Yeah,
Yeah,
Carver. No, Carver. Yeah.
Claver.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So look, I think yeah. But anyway, like I said, it's hurdles, bro. Like you clip one, all of a sudden things can change. But yeah, I know I know Grace Stark fans will probably be mad at me, but I think she's gonna get fourth. I don't think
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't think she's gonna beat the other three, but could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Four,
And ST,
four,
listen, I think this
400.
is the race that I am looking forward
Yeah.
to. If you take the 100 and 200 meters out of it, this is the race I'm looking forward to, bro. Because this is a clash of the titans. It is mouth-watering prospect in the women's 400
Yep.
meter flat. We got NASA,
Paulino. And look, Sydney
Sydney
McLaughlin-Levrone.
McLaughlin-Levrone. Now let's start with SC. Who you got as favorite for that race? Before I was gonna say let's start with a favorite, but I want to know who you've got as the favorite for that race.
So close between these two, but I will say slightly Paulino because she's slightly been consistent just a bit. But Nasser is close behind.
Bro, NASA,
These,
Paulino.
these
What I say is in the head-to-heads, Paulino's obviously won more
ahead.
races, but it's funny that NASA has beaten Paulino in their first race of the season
Yep.
and the
And
last
then,
race before the World Championships. So that's just messed up everything in terms of people's predictions.
bro,
That last race where she, I think she ran 48.7. I think, yeah, 48.7. I think she ran to beat Paulino. It's crazy because these two push each other to the max. I mean, look at the Olympic final last season, bro. Obviously, Paulino ran 48.17, crazy. And I think NASA ran 48.53.
and
Like,
Nasser's run 48-1 as well, or
yeah,
something like
at
that.
some point. I think it was I think that was wind assisted though, no?
No, it wasn't. She beat Weibo. I think it was 48-1-4, something like that, when she beat Weibo. And yeah, no, she's got a personal best of 48-1. Yeah, bro.
I thought that was
It's
wind
crazy.
assisted.
No wind assisted. It's ratified.
Oh,
You
okay.
can check it now if you
Okay.
want.
No, I believe you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I
Yeah,
just
no,
genuinely
no.
thought it
I'm just
was
saying,
I thought that one
no,
was wind assisted.
not wind assisted, bro.
Oh, okay. Listen, ST. Like these two have been, and the thing is, I don't think it's gotten the coverage that it deserves. I know, obviously, the
No,
blue
it
ribbon
hasn't.
events and the 100 meters and all that, but this 400 is crazy, bro. When you see these two and the way that they go at each other, and I think the one thing I respect about the both of them is that they race each other 4 or 5 times throughout the season, bro. Like they don't care in it. Like they're gonna go up against each other. None of this hiding, or I wouldn't say hiding, but trying to stay away because you want to see what the other one's doing. Don't want to show your hand. Blah blah. These two are like, forget it, bro. We're racing each other. I don't care. And you giving Paulino a slight edge, I agree with you in terms of being the favorite. I think Paulino for the consistency, the head-to-heads, obviously winning the Olympic final last season. I agree that
And
Paulino was
what
a
I will
fit.
say, and what I'll say about the two styles is a style matchup. Nasser is a very, very, very measured runner. Like
Yeah,
400,
she
her
goes hard.
flats
She
are,
goes out hard in the
she goes out
first.
hard,
Yeah.
yeah, and then it's more streamlined.
Mm.
Paulino finishes like a truck, bro.
Bro, it's just power. She powers
Power,
through. She
bro.
powers through, bro.
It's crazy.
And
And
people
and,
go on.
and I was gonna say, as listen, I'm gonna go back to Sydney. I give Sydney so much credit for actually trying to push herself to do this, yeah. Because don't get me wrong, she's a fantastic runner, a 400-meter runner, but I think these two are just a class above. If I'm being honest.
They've been doing it longer and going at each other and pushing each other to the max. One beats the other. The other one's like, "Nah, I'm gonna beat you," and da da da. I need to be better because this is where I need to. This is where I need to be to match Paulino. This is where I need to be to match NASA. So it's always going to be a case of these two are pushing each other to the max, and it's brilliant for the sport, and it's brilliant for the 400 meters. And then you bring into the mix Sydney Mcglaughlin-Levrone, who is the goat of the 400-meter hurdles. Them lot in the 400-meter hurdles are celebrating because she's not in it,
Yeah,
because she's
sensible
clocked
goals.
it.
Happy.
She's clocked it. She's completed 400-meter hurdles, right? To then say, you know what, forget it. I'm going to go to the 400-meter flat. I'm going to take on Paulino. I'm going to take on NASA and all the rest, right? She ran a PB of 48.9 at the US trials.
No, I think she's around 487.
Was it 48.7?
Yeah, I think
No,
it's
it's 48.9.
487. I'm pretty sure she's run 487, and I think it's not Windows listed.
Let me
If you want
check
to have a
that.
look quickly.
I definitely that one. I thought it was 48. But yeah, as we see her, bro, nothing but mad respect because,
Of course,
bro, honestly, for her to
amazing.
say, you know what, I'm gonna get out my comfort zone, and she ran 48.74 in July
Yeah,
2023.
yeah,
Okay,
that's a
yeah, July
yeah.
2023.
I think
But
that 489 was the
48.9
season
was
best.
this season, yeah, the
Yeah,
season's best. Sorry, yeah, yeah. Um, to go and take on these two, people may
amazing.
think she's mad because she's just given up another gold medal, but I respect it because for you to put your stamp on this sport and say, you know what, let me try and achieve as much as I can, because she got nothing to prove on 400-meter hurdles. She's gonna
No, she
win.
doesn't.
It's boring. Like she's probably bored of the 400-meter hurdles because there's no one that can catch her because she's that damn good. So to go and say, I'm going to challenge myself and say, I'm going to risk not winning to see how great I can be in the 400-meter
Amazing.
flat. And I can't do nothing but respect her for it. But I see she ain't winning.
No, she's getting bronze.
She ain't winning. She's not winning. I'm sorry, Americans. She's not winning. And I'm not saying it because in any disrespectful way, but those two are clear.
Yeah,
Something bad would have to happen for her to win gold or silver.
I
An
agree.
injury, a disqualification. Because if those two don't happen, she's gonna be third. And there's arguments, ST, that she might not even medal. You got
Maybe.
Nikisha Price, I think that's her
Yeah.
name, Jamaican. She's ran 48.5 last year. She's in with a shout in terms of going for that
You got the
bronze medal
Polish
as well.
you got a Polish athlete, Kashmirek. She's
Yeah,
around 48.6 or something like that.
yeah,
She's run really quickly.
yeah. So there's other contenders. It's not given that Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone is gonna get that bronze medal, bro. The gold and silver are done. I'm sorry, people. Gold and silver are already
I
claimed
agree.
unless something happens. But in terms of the bronze isn't guaranteed. She's not just going to walk into the sport and just win that bronze medal. There's other girls that are going to be like, who's this hurdler trying to take my spot? Like, I'm not having that. I'm not getting beat by a hurdler. That pride matters, bro. That
Hmm.
pride matters. But I've seen on, again, certain media outlets and news channels, they've got Sydney winning. How?
And these
How?
Americans.
How do you think? Because I'm telling you now, ST, both NASA and Paulino, minimum they're running is 48.4,
I
48.5.
agree.
That's the
I think
minimum.
45 is the
She's
minimum.
never
And look,
been there.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
never been there. As you said, she's run 48.7, right? So she'd have to smash her PB. She's going for the US record, which I completely understand.
Sonia Richards, in it.
Yeah, but she's had it, and she's a yardie as well. Um,
Oh yeah, she is in
but
it. Yeah.
but bro, you're going up against these two that are dominating the 400 meters. I just can't see it, bro.
Neither can I.
I just can't see it, bro. But what's your prediction for the 400
This
meter
is
flat, bro?
it's going to be a very good race. I'm excited to see it, but this is probably my easiest prediction. Third, Sydney. Second, NASA. First, Paulino.
Fair, fair. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna agree with you. Yep. I can't see it being other than that. But NASA and Paulino are gonna run them
Oh, bro.
close. They're gonna run each
You know
other
what?
close.
I hope they beat that world record, man. It's time to go
Yeah,
under 40, 48.
I
I
hope
really feel
so.
uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable with that record still up there because you know what?
Yeah,
Certain things
yeah,
happened at that time.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I hope they can do it, but it's going to be difficult. But those
It's
two,
difficult
bro,
because yeah,
that's going to be a highlight of the championships, that race,
yeah,
people. I think everyone obviously talk about the 100 and the 200. Obviously, there's a couple of distance races. I'm not getting into that. But in terms of that
mhm.
400 meters with Paulinho and NASA and the intrigue of Sydney
It's gonna be really
Mcglaughlin-Levrone,
good.
it's going to be a really good race, bro. Quickly, obviously, we know the plant is going to win the pole vault, blood. Like, there's no point even having a conversation
Yeah,
about that.
he's got
Anything,
the Greek, and then the Greek guy will come second. That's
yeah,
basically what it
yeah.
is.
Long jump's going to be interesting with Tortoglu, a couple of my Jamaican brothers as well.
Yeah, they're there.
Um, that are going
E,
to be there.
Simon Hammer, E Hammer from Switzerland is
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Apart from that, not one.
yeah. Obviously,
What
you got a
else?
whole bunch of other field events. ST, anything about the distance races?
Oh, what? The 800 meters is gonna be good. We've got Wanyomi. You've got um, Sadati. You got a lot of the Africans there, but you've got Max Bergen, who's dangerous. Donovan Brazier,
Mm.
and then the 16-year-old running in that as well. He ran 142, American guy. So that's Copper. I think his name's Cooper. Second name I don't know, but
Yeah.
he's gonna be his first championship. That's gonna be interesting.
Bro, we forgot
Um,
about Gout, bro, in the 200.
oh, did he qualify?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't think he'll be. He hasn't broken top.
I'll be surprised if he gets to I'll be surprised if he gets to a final, bro. To be honest,
Yeah, me too. And he's still
yeah,
very young. What is he,
he's
16, 17?
yeah, I think he's like 18 or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he's youth.
but
He's
yeah,
youth,
but
man.
Gout,
Yeah,
there's a couple of young bucks that are going to be interesting to
yeah.
see at the World Championships, bro. 100%. But people, listen, it's been a show. We thoroughly enjoyed it. But let us know what you think in the comment section. Men's 100 meters, who you got bronze to gold? Let us know. Is it Kishane? Is it Noah? Is it Kenny B? Is it Oblique? Simbine? Zarnel? ST's boy, bruv. Let us know in the comments. 200 meters, you got Noah, you got Kenny B, you got Taboho, you got my boy Brian Lavelle. Talk to me. 400 meters, who you got? Is it Hudson Smith's time finally, or is he gonna lose again in the 400 meters? 110 hurdles, who have you got? Is it Tinch? Do you think Grant Holloway can pull it out the bag? If you can get the Japanese, you can't remember his name. Home soil, home championships. Can he do it? On the women's side, again, 100. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, Juju, who you got the gold, who you got the silver. Can Shelly-Ann, last championships, can she get the bronze? Will it go to someone else? 200, again, Juju, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, who you got which way around? Can Sharika do it? Will it be Brittany Brown? Women's 100-meter hurdles, Masai, Abusan, Stark, Akira
Nugent,
Nugent,
Kambunji, if you want to put it in there.
Kumbunji as
Sorry.
well. Let us know what you've got. Well, let us know what you got there, and the 400 meters, sorry, flat. NASA, Paulinho, which one you got it around, or have you got Sydney Mcglaughlin-Levrone winning that one? We want
What a show, bro.
to hear from you. And as usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. At the same time, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. I want to say thank you very much for a thoroughly enjoyable show from my guy ST. Thank you very much, sir.
No, I appreciate it, bro. My favorite show.
Bruv, favorite, always our favorite show, bruv.
Yeah.
People coming up, as we said in the beginning, Boxing Talk will be back tomorrow. Canelo, Crawford, Inoue. ST is going to say the other guy's name again.
I'm not. Um, I'm not.
But
Muradin. That's it.
But we're going to be previewing that. We're going to be breaking that down. Our combat sports connoisseur will be back with us too to break all of that down. May have some guest appearances. We'll see if we can get a couple more of the man them on for that one as well. But people, World Championships starts this Saturday. People in the UK, BBC One, BBC Two. It'll be on in the morning and afternoon because it's hosted in Japan. Make sure you stay tuned. And that's it from us. Stay safe out there. Be safe. And we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.
Peace.